Hi, this is Roshan from Ego Premium Products. Now we will talk about one of our superior collection, which is called the Slim Collection. It is part of our engineered flooring range. So Ego has a very different construction in our engineered flooring collection. Now I think generally in the market in India, people are selling multiply, 3-ply, or 0.6 or 1 mm. Ego has a very different construction. From the last 10 years, we have developed this construction by ourselves with some Italian company. So the combination, we call this as acoustic engineered flooring. So how does this work? On the top is our top layer, which is 2 mm. Technically it is 2.5, but sometimes 2.5 is 2.3, 2.2 or 2.4, so we call it as 2 mm. So the top layer is 2 mm, which is more than 2 mm, but to be on a safer side, we claim it is 2 mm. Then there is a thin layer of plywood between the HDF and the wood, which is just to give a protection for moisture. So between the HDF and the wood, there is a thin layer of plywood. Then is the HDF, then again there is a thin layer of plywood, and then is caulk. So the construction is wood, thin face veneer of plywood, then HDF, then again plywood, and then caulk. So it's a very interesting combination. Why it has been developed in such a way, I will explain you further. There are a lot of benefits to the product. So let us start first with the caulk. Why have we used caulk? Now caulk is used for acoustic reasons. Generally engineered floor, people would like to use it in their bedrooms where there is TV, or in their cabins or offices, premium offices, premium places where they either play their television or music or whatever. So this helps in getting the decibel of the noise absorbed, which reduces the acoustic nature of your room, of your place. So the caulk really works brilliantly on those places. And also because of the caulk, when you walk on the floor, you are reduced the voice by 50%. So when you walk, your voice is reduced by 50%. So that's the first part of our engineered collection. Then the second is, why have we used HDF in the middle? Now that's a very important question. There is a lot of myth in the industry about HDF engineered or plywood engineered. A normal layman thinks that a plywood engineered is better than an HDF engineered, but science says something else. The Junker hardness of an HDF, the hardness of an object of a wood is being categorized in Junker hardness, which is a scientific way to evaluate the hardness of an object in terms of HDF or a plywood. So the Junker hardness of an HDF is around 1700, and a Junker hardness of a plywood from a eucalyptus or a spruce is around 500, or a Junker hardness of a birch plywood is around 1200. So the density of an HDF, the solidarity of an HDF is much higher than a normal plywood or a normal wood, which people are using for their regular engineered floor. So two things, and also HDF helps the floor again for acoustic reasons because it absorbs. So that is one of the reasons. The combination of HDF and caulk is making the product completely acoustic, and because of the density of the product of HDF, it is much more tighter. So what happens is, when there is a locking system in our engineered, so you don't need plywood below that. So when we lock into each other, it becomes really tight and stable. And because of the HDF, the expansion contraction is bare minimum, means hardly there is any expansion contraction. So we call our HDF engineered flooring as a problem-free product. We've been selling it from last 15 years, tried and tested, and because it's in with a company in Italy, we have done this combination. The scientific association of the construction. So we are the only ones in India who's making this kind of a construction. Again, above the HDF and below the HDF, we have used plywood. So there is one reason to do that. So below the HDF and above the HDF, we've used plywood. So what really helps is it helps the moisture to completely close the moisture level. So my product can be used for high humidity areas also, no problem. Expansion contraction bare minimum. And also in the drier areas also, because sometimes in dry areas the expansion is extreme, and or there is in a regular engineered floor you will start getting creaking noises. You know, it'll start cracking when you start walking. You'll feel the creaking noises, creak, 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 creak. In this product, in slim collection, which we call it as slim collection, no creaking noises, expansion contraction bare minimum. And then comes the last part, is the top layer. So we've given a 7-layer coat on our slim collection, which is 7 coating from a company called Trefort Germany. So we've been using Trefort Germany coating. There we've done 7 times coating on that. And also the grade which is used on the top of the engineered floor is completely A and AB grade. Now the material available, these are different color palettes. We have around 14 colors to choose from. These are different, some few similar colors to show. So the grading, generally in engineered floor or in wood, there is grading A, AB, ABC, ABCD. 90% of the products engineered flooring available in India is all ABCD, ABC. I think Ego is one of the companies who's working only strictly on A and AB collections, and that is the reason if you see, you know, the variation, the knots are bare minimum in our product. There is hardly any knots. Variation is a beauty of the natural product, so that is there, but still compared to other product line, very, very less. So that's one of the biggest USP which we think is there. And for the dealers or for the consumer or for our salespeople, it's a problem free. So people who are spending such expensive amounts for engineered flooring do not want, you know, issues coming after 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. This product, no problem at all. No expansion issues. Of course, bare minimum precautions has to be taken, but otherwise completely hassle-free product. So, and with the grading, we've got different timbers. We've got oaks, we've got walnuts, we've got teaks, we've got acacia, we've got jatoba, marbao. So we've got different species available which people can choose from and, you know, make their collection. So you've got some really brilliant 14 colors. This is how our sample kit looks like. It's a delight for the designers who've been working with us. Swear by the product line. This is how the product we've given a proper display. All the 14 colors are on display there, and, you know, people can use it for their sales purposes. So these are 14 colors in the regular engineered, which you have to install it straight. We also have the herringbone collection, which I'll just take you there.